Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we question Miss Oranje Disco Dancer, that's the one, about Ruby. She thinks, well, she says she thinks, that Ruby might have killed Lely, the person who died. And we're not buying it. It's just not a thing. When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
She looks through the window over her room.
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Our drama is actually pulling through right now. It was a legendary check, so... Yeah, okay. That's it for Ruby. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
That's all good, but I think we should still take you in, just in case. And I'm gonna step a little bit closer.
Still?
She says, her voice breaking.
After all this, sir, please. It's a shitty world, and I know I'm shitty too. I know.
Her hand turns into a fist, slowly crushing the cigarette she's still holding.
But I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting. That's some multinational...
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What other option do I have?
You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month. That's all I need.
You do have the form.
He looks at your ledger.
By God, she's playing him too. Like a fiddle, sire. Who would have known?
Who would have known indeed, drama, my bestest of friends. What do you deserve, then?
I don't know.
She throws away the cigarette.
To spend my days with smoke, and drink and dance, wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
What will have changed in 2 months, or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol.
She falls silent.
Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
A free Revachol. There is a low, distant rumble on the motor tracks. A great machine shaking the pillars down south. Electricity runs up your spine.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
The handcuffs jingle in his hands. What was I feeling?
It's coming.
That's the shivers feeling. Shaking the pillars down south, electricity runs up your spine. This stuff might actually unlock later pluses and minuses, by the way. Trying to focus on these feelings. Especially for Shivers, who is a jerk. But sometimes. Not on my watch.
Okay, well.
Her round, light brown eyes shine with the tears.
The political gambit has failed.
I've made my choice.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
Kim, arrest her before this drags out any longer.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside, miss.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony, exposed below the rolled-up sleeves of her jumpsuit. Waiting for your teeth and talons to cut into.
Kim puts the handcuffs away.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself and slow the extradition process as much as I can. It may be possible to stall it indefinitely, but you will be safer there for the purposes of this investigation.
He turns to you.
I can do this on my own. She's not an immediate flight risk. See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs at the Whirling in Rags.
I absolutely will. Well, she's off. And we have problems to solve. We have this window to look at. But more importantly, we have to figure out where we're gonna sleep tonight. Not having Kim here is a pain, though. I need Kim. He always has cool things to say. Especially the things that I'm about to do. I wonder what happens. I really do wonder what's gonna happen. So we're going to cross the canal, by the way. Kim's not here to shout at me. Not that he would shout at me, but he shouted at me before. Let's look at our Inspect Clashy's buoy. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that right away. And the rest has been completed. Where is our skill points? Unfortunately, only one available, but one is enough. And now we have access to the other side. Oh, that guy is gone. Good day, officer, says possibly one of those. Okay. Let's see what we can do. And what we can avoid doing as well, because I will be trying to railroad some of our investigation here, because there's some amazing dialogues. Let's see. A little bit of money. The radio relay hums with electricity. That thing is downstairs. So can we see... We can't see the... Ooh, that's interesting. We can't see the broken... The broken thing that we saw before. Remember? Yeah, it was here, but now it's not anymore? I don't think it is. Let's look around a little. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Oh, magnesium. Lovely. Speaking of lovely, let's wear the proper shirts and all that. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Oh, it's a communist hideout. The inverted star, I believe. I mean, is it though? I actually don't know. There it is. Oh no, it isn't. Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies. For extra empathy. Empathy? Sure. But lower logic, because of course. Leave the reason behind is the reason. For taking your Harmal Ryu Supersonica out for a ride on the streets of Jamrock, where your heart is buried. And that would substitute my extra logic glasses. What does this do? Empathy? Ooh, finally have empathy stuff. Yeah, let's keep the extra logic glasses. Because yes. Also, video game. Why do you betray me? Why do you betray me so? Video game trying to betray me. Did you see? I was not going to have my flashlight on. The reason why I always have my flashlight on, by the way, is because I never know if it's going to give me extra perception against some checks. Because I imagine someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wait! Oh, wait a minute! This is the director's cut thing. The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
Is it the director's cut? I don't remember this area being accessible. What happened here?
In this yard, someone thought they could have a summer house on the beach for cheap. It didn't work out. Looks like they abandoned it. This is a good place for a nice, sad drink. Uncork a velvety bottle of red wine and think about life for a moment. Really philosophize.
Do I actually have a bottle of red wine? I don't think I do. I think I gave it away. Where am I gonna find one? I kinda want to. Although, I mean, it is a mission of ours to drink. Birds in the birch tree, barely audible coos come from above. There's some junk. There's some reeds. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. The smallest church in Saint-Signes. There's a tape. And we can play it. The tape you found from a shack on the coast. The A side has smallest church in Saint-Signes, or something, written on it, while the B side is supposed to contain the instrumental version, requires a boombox to play.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
I'm gonna press play on tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
I'm gonna press my ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
I think I'll be able to convince him. We're definitely gonna be able to convince him. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't. Moving on then. Yeah, so this confirms that this is indeed not part of the DLC. Or the director's cut hiccup, I'm sorry. And I just forgot about this place. Glory, says the graffiti, to the ghosts of us. Oh, that's a cool line. I'm not sure what it means though, but it is a cool line. Still don't have enough money for the night though, by the way. We're getting some money here and there. Let's print a little. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about the content for the director's cut, I don't know how to activate it. So let's hope that things work out. I'll look it up, by the way. Look at these. Let's not pay attention to that. We're not paying attention to that. Definitely not paying attention to that. We're gonna pay attention to that in the future, but not right now. So, looking at the map. Can't quite tell. I can't tell. The map is not useful for this. We can zoom out. We can tell by looking around, but... Ooh! Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. We can see this. You see that over there? It's this. I think? I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's something else. It's really difficult to tell, but there's definitely something here. Let's keep going. Hi. There's a bench. Abby. Don't call Abigail. Are you drinking that? What's that noise? It's an engine. We could talk to them. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Are they? Oh, we can't. Cinder blocks charred. A makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. Doctors are idiots, buddy boy, says that other guy over there.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
I'm gonna get up, though. So we can wait in this bench. Could we have waited in the other one? What are you telling me, game? Why did you do that? It does that a lot. Oh. Allez-vous-en. No. Vous-en. It's allez-vous. And then the on is weird. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Well, we're looking around. What is that? Trousers. Interrizolary trousers. For +1 to our Kingdom of Conscience. Which is a skill, I think. I believe, even though it shows... No. Moralist pants? Tailored trousers in light brown. Moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. +1 Kingdom of Conscience. Wait a minute. Kingdom of Conscience is a skill. It's just we don't use it very much, right? Is it? It's not. I don't see it anywhere. I remember these trousers. They're trousers. They're not as good as our fall tracks.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These Incidentally pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense? This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Makes sense indeed. But I won't use them. Yeah, they don't change their stats. So, we're not gonna do anything about that. What is this? You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. But I don't think I can go in. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot of things to do, but there's one thing... Oh, quick travel unlocked. Wait, what? You are here. Travel here. And a church over there. Didn't we see that church from there? I think we did. I think we saw it when we... Yeah. I don't remember ever using the quick travel. It might be a director's cut thing. A wetting stone. Well worn and covered in rust. And... nothing there. Nobody lives here. A little bit of money. And each one of these green checks gives me more construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. There's no pillars or anything. It's just cinder blocks. This stuff is just gonna topple over. Oh, you see that? It's locked. I will take care of that. And magnesium and money. I love it. And the magnesium as well. Okay, so moving on. Oh, and there's kids. What is that? The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Possibly beneath the graffito, but we're not going to ask too many questions. Bidyakla sana dipangdang manis, says the woman. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed. I think that melody is a French melody. I remember hearing... It's like a kid's hand game kind of melody. I recognize the melody, but the words associated with it are absolutely French. And I must have learned it when I took French in school.
Welcome to the fishing village.
She opens her eyes.
Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
Shut up, reaction speed. Yes, if you can't see, then how did you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
She beckons you toward her. I'm gonna lean forward.
Oh,
A shadow passes over her face.
welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
I'm a cop. I don't cause trouble. I take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Like, what kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on.
She waves her hand.
What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shop.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway.
She tilts her head on the side, pondering over something.
You can stay there.
There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks.
She looks around.
They might not look like much, but they are ours.
Wait, why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like we do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
One more time, I can just have the room?
Aye,
She nods and looks at the shack.
the room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
I'm gonna nod myself. This could be the first chapter of my Rags to Riches memoir.
Surely not the first one.
She looks you over, a clever smile on her lips.
So are you interested or not?
You've got yourself a tenant, and I'm gonna get the keys to my new home.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you. What is in this fishing village?
Just us.
She sounds tired.
It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place.
She grins.
A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
There's gotta be something here. Tell me. And she waves her hand southwest.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
It feels like I've heard the name somewhere, but tell me more.
An old military hospital and its surroundings.
She looks toward the buildings to the south.
Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses, shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out.
She tightens the scarf around her neck.
The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east,
She nods her head across the courtyard.
but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks.
She sighs.
Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself.
She slowly shakes her head.
Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Well, we're gonna have to find them in a future episode, because for right now I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.